Beatrix again, registered nurse, IV therapist, feel-good nurse extraordinaire, and now I am getting my health coaching certificate. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about health coaching because it turns out that the hat is a little bit different than the nursing hat. So you have the coach and you have the nurse. And I think when I do my coaching that I'm going to have to kind of switch the hat, because as a nurse I frequently do education. You teach people about, nutrition or therapy or whatever it is that they're doing, whatever disease process that they have. You do education. I do a lot of cardiovascular training for people that have heart disease, particularly in the hospital, and they're getting angiograms and stuff like that. But with health coaching, I'm looking for people that need to make a lifestyle change in order to achieve better health. And it's been my experience that making lifestyle changes is really difficult. It was not really easy for me. I've made several lifestyle changes over the span of my life, all of them for the better. Some of them I did those changes on purpose, and some of them just kind of happened and got thrown at me, and I did it. But as a coach, I am not supposed to tell you what your goals are or where your health should be. Okay, so this is kind of difficult for me because I'm used to telling people what to do. Not that I'm controlling or bossing or anything, but as a nurse, you kind of educate, right? But as a coach, I need you to tell me what your health goals are and what it is that you want. Do you want to bring down your blood pressure? Do you want to lower your cholesterol? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to feel better? Do you want to have more energy? What is it that would make you hire me as a coach, right? So what I want to know is ultimately, what is your goal? Where do you see yourself a year from now? And then I will take those goals and break them down into very small bite-sized pieces. Now, all I have is my experience, which I have a lot of, right? And I have a lot of experience with people, and it's been my experience that people, the older you are, the longer you've been having a bad habit, the harder it is for you to change that habit, okay? And some people need to jump in and change that habit and change a whole lifestyle and stick to it and be completely obsessive about it until it becomes their lifestyle, right? So you change, and I find that a lot of alcoholics, a lot of drug addicts, we do that, right? Because you're at a place in your life where you hit your bottom. Everybody has a different bottom, and then you go, oh man, right? I can't live like this anymore. You have to make a lifestyle change, and then you have to dive into, the program. Or some people go to church, or some people go to, a cult, or whatever it is that they need to do to change their lifestyle. Okay. Me, I particularly went to AA, right? I dove in, I spent 5 years learning how to live that lifestyle, right? So that was a complete change of lifestyle. And that's how I stayed sober, I think, right? A lot of people want to kind of do it half-ass, and then it doesn't work. And then other people, when you're like 100 pounds overweight, if you want to break your goals down into small little pieces, right? And do it a little bit at a time, it might last a little bit longer, but for the most part, you need to completely change your lifestyle. If you're 100 pounds or 200 pounds overweight, right, chances are good that you are also diabetic hypertensive, right? So you need to make a complete lifestyle change. You have to change what you eat, you have to change the way that you exercise, you have to change, focus completely on what you're doing, and it will still take you a year to take off a lot of that weight, right? Which is why a lot of Americans suffer from obesity, because it's expensive and it's difficult to follow a healthy, good diet. So the reason that I'm doing this video is to tell you that as your health coach, I will collaborate with you to find out what your goals are and what your plans are for your health, right? And I will help you break those goals down into attainable as well as sustainable lifestyle changes, okay? And some of us can do it in little pieces, and some of us have to dive in and do it completely. And I guess it takes you to tell me which one of those people that you are. I am experimenting a little bit with tiny behaviors, tiny baby behaviors. I read about this in the book, and it says that in order to make a big lifestyle change, you need a ton of motivation, right? And you need to focus on it completely. And for some people, that's very difficult, right? And then you do it for, a month at a time or whatever, and the motivation lacks after, and you kind of stop and you lag, or you have a relapse of some sort, and then you're not doing it anymore. So they were talking about tiny baby behaviors, like if you want to get used to, because the lifestyle change is something that's a habit, right? I don't drink now because I just don't drink. It's my lifestyle, right? You just don't drink, you don't use drugs no matter what, every single day, one day at a time, right? So say I want to floss my teeth every day, right? But I can't get used to doing that whole thing. So why don't you floss one tooth? So you have like a trigger, like every day when you get up, you floss one tooth, right? You brush your teeth and then you floss one tooth. And you do it every single day until it's a habit, until you can't go on the rest of your day without doing that, because then you feel like you're missing something. So my tiny baby behavior that I am taking on now, and you can hit me up about this in a month from now, is pull-ups, because that's something that I've always wanted to be able to do. And I did get to where at some point, maybe you've seen a video of this before, that I could actually do like 4 pull-ups on my own. I had joined UFC, I was going there for 7 months, and I think I got it up to like 9 pull-ups, right? But now I'm right back where I started, because when I joined that gym, I was full on focused making that lifestyle change. And of course I was going through a breakup. I was very angry at my beefcake, and I used to take his picture and put it on the bag, and I would punch the shit out of it. And but then when I got a new boyfriend, all that anger dissipated and it goes away, right? So here I am, not able to do pull-ups anymore, right? So I have this thing in my bedroom on the closet door, and my baby tiny behavior now is going to be every day before I get in the shower, I'm going to do 2 pull-ups. And I'm going to do it every day until I can't leave the house without feeling like I need to do those 2 pull-ups, okay? So I want to know what your goals are and what tiny baby behavior that you might want to do that can help move you towards a lifestyle change that will end in better health. Talk to B. I want to know. Follow me, okay? So that we can have this discussion again later. And thanks.